Hi everyone on Facebook and Twitter and who visits our website.
Hi.
I'm Carol Brooks Ball. I'm the Director of Digital Media here. And this is
Cindy Campbell. Yeah, I'm Director of Communications here. And Carol and I thought that we would start to bring you some very important information about frauds and scams provided by the AARP Fraud Watch Network.
Exactly. We'll be bringing these to you every 2 weeks. So stay tuned. Tell your friends. Make sure people follow us on Facebook and on Twitter to stay up to date on the latest from the Fraud Watch Network so that we can all keep ourselves safer.
Yeah. And you know, this information, Carol, as you know, is constantly coming in. So one of the great things we can give you is always refreshed information that's coming in. In fact, we're going to start off today with a scam that is affecting Netflix customers.
This is scary to me. Do you have Netflix?
To me too. I do. I am a Netflix customer. Yeah.
Exactly. So tell us about what is happening with this scam.
So it seems we have a phishing scam that's happening right now with Netflix, in that scammers are conducting a campaign to obtain your personal information via your login on Netflix. So basically what happens is Netflix users like you and I might receive an email from what you think is Netflix asking you to update your Netflix login information. And after providing that login information, then you get a second screen that comes up. And that appears to ask users to validate their payment information. And that should be the red flag for you,
Exactly.
right?
So I'm a Netflix user. I look at my email. I have an email from Netflix saying I need to update my login information.
Right.
Right? But it's phony.
Right. So I think the best advice that we can give people on something like this is to know that if you are a current Netflix customer, they are not going to reach out to you via email to ask you to update your login information or payment information. In fact, most of the time that is always a red flag, isn't
Exactly.
it?
Totally.
An unsolicited email from Netflix on that. So
Exactly.
your best bet is, if you have any questions whatsoever about whether this is true and whether it is coming from Netflix, is definitely contact Netflix via phone with their phone number that they provide for you on that information on their website, and then you can go from there.
Right, right.
Yeah.
But go to Netflix. Don't
Yeah.
react to anything that you get in the email from them. And keep watching, because, you know, binge watching on Netflix is really fun.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, tell us what you're binging on right about now, too.
I know, we're always looking for new things on Netflix, right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
So what else is new and happening right now?
So the other thing that we wanted to talk to people about too is the Federal Trade Commission. Now here's a scam that we had heard a lot about in the past, and it comes up often. It's called the kidnapping scam, and it's all fake. So basically what happens is the scam begins with a call from someone claiming to have kidnapped a child in your family. So it could be a grandchild of yours, could be a child of yours. The scammer demands money by wire transfer or prepaid card. The calls are fake, and the law enforcement organizations like the FBI, they've been well aware of these scams for a long time. The problem is, if you get a call like this, you want to resist the urge to send money immediately. And because we know that a lot of these callers, Carol, they really want to get you emotionally riled up, right?
Absolutely. It's what Frank Abagnale, the ambassador for the Fraud Watch Network, refers to as under the ether.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
Because once you're in that sort of heightened emotional state and you think that there is actually a real emergency going on, you may not think, wait a second, this might be fake.
Right.
So oftentimes what happens too is you might also get a call from someone who's pretending to be your grandchild or a relative of yours. So you can get the scammer calls from a kidnapper. You can also get a call from someone pretending to be a loved one.
That's what I was going to mention, because this is slightly different than the one that we're all more aware of,
Right.
that somebody calls and says, "Hi, Grammy, it's Johnny. I'm stuck in Canada. I can't get back. I need you to wire transfer me some money."
Right.
And often the person will have some identifiable information.
Right. Or they might say, "Oh, hi, Grandma, it's Johnny." They'll throw out one particular name, and then if you're the grandparent, you might say, "Well, boy, this doesn't sound like Johnny. Is this Steve?" "Oh, yes, it's Steve. I'm sorry, I don't sound like myself."
Or,
right?
"Yes, it is Johnny, but I got beat up."
Exactly.
Or, "I have a really bad cold. I'm really sick. I need some help so I don't sound like myself."
Exactly, and that's what oftentimes, when you think about it, when you think about a caller or someone that you know, you say, "Well, this person doesn't sound like the person that I know." But they're already ready for that, because what they'll tell you is, like Carol just said, "I've been in a car crash. I broke my nose. I don't sound the same. I'm under the weather." Things like that. So if you ever get any calls like that asking you to wire transfer or prepay money for any kind of a kidnapping scam, hang up and call your local law enforcement.